we are working on page 324, doing questions 5 through 11. Number 5, we're asked to solve each equation using models, and you've got to remember to keep each side balanced as you are modeling them, and we want to isolate the variable. So in number 5, I tend to use the scales more so than any of the other ones. And on this scale, I'm going to put in 4s here, 4s here, and 16 over here. So right now the scale is balanced on both sides. I want to get the variable, the letter s, all by itself. So in order to get the s by itself, this reads 4 times s. What's the opposite of times? Divide. So I'm going to divide this side by 4. Excellent. If I divide one side by 4, all of a sudden my scale has gone like this. It's no longer equal, is it? It's no longer balanced. So what do I have to do to the other side? Right, I have to divide by 4. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Elijah. These guys cancel out. We have s is equal to 16 divided by 4 is 4. That's all we're asked to do there. Thank you, Shane. Next one, here's my scale. I take each side of the equation and put it on each side. So this is 5t. This is negative 15. So 5 times t, the opposite would be? Divide. Thank you, Taylor. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. These guys cancel out, leaving me with t equals. Okay, I heard 3 and I heard negative 3. How many for negative 3? How many for 5? Okay, a negative divided by a positive will give us a negative 3. Okay? Negative 15 divided by positive 5. Okay, next one, we have 18 on this side. We have 6a on this side. That's supposed to be a circle. I want to isolate the variable. So I need to divide this side by 6. Divide this side by 6. A is now equal to 3. Very good. Thank you. Next one, we have negative 18 and a 3b here. What's the first step that I have to do? Kyle, why are you out of your seat? He stole something from you. What did he steal from you? Kyle's not supposed to have gum in school. Okay? So the first thing to do then, gentlemen, divide this side by, then divide this side by 3. How come I didn't divide both sides by 18? Sorry? I can get a decimal. When you're doing 10, 11, 12, you'll get decimals. Why didn't I divide by 18? Very good. This one has a variable. That's the one we choose to do. So these guys cancel out. B is now equal to negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 6. Way to go, guys. Okay, the next one gets a little more complicated because they are adding an extra step in here. So there's my scale. On this side then I've got, 3x plus 2. This line considers to be your equal sign. Over here I have 8. The first step then, in order to get the variable by itself, is to get rid of the plus 2. What's the opposite of it adding 2? Subtracting 2. These guys then cancel out, leaving me with 3x is equal to 8 minus 2 is? Thank you. Then I divide this side by 3. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. These guys cancel out. X is now equal to 2. Okay, next one. Here's my scale. We'll try tiles in just a few minutes here. It's a little more work involved. 4s minus 3. 9 on this side. The first thing I have to do is get rid of the minus 3. Or do that, what do I do? Add 3. Very good. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. These guys cancel out, leaving me with 4s equal to get the s by itself, I have to, whatever I do to one side, cancel out the 4s. S is now equal to 3. Excellent. Okay, now I've got another scale over here. We have 10 on this side. We have 6c plus 4 over here. I want to get rid of the plus 4 first, so what do I do? Subtract 4. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. 10 minus 4 is 6. These guys cancel out, leaving me with c. Now I have to get rid of this 6, so it reads 6 times c, so the opposite is to divide. These guys cancel out, leaving c equals 1. Paying attention? Next one, we have a scale again. We have negative 4 on this side. We have 5m plus 6 on this side. First step is to get rid of the plus 6, so the opposite would be subtract 6. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Negative 4 and negative 6 leaves me at negative 10. Way to go, Kane. These guys cancel out. This is 5m. Now I have to divide this side by 5. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So these guys cancel out, leaving me with m equals negative 2. Okay, next page. 3 more than 6 times a number is 21. They want you to make an equation out of that. Whenever you see the word is, that means equals. Good job. How do I write down 6 times a number? Six. 6 times a variable, right? So 6x, it can be n, it can be l, whatever you want for your letter. 3 more means plus 3. So now we have our equation. So we've done that part. It says use tiles to verify your answer. So I've got 6 x's on here. Yellow is always positive. Red is always negative. The long ones signify the variable. So I need 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I need plus 3. So I need 3 little squares here. 1, 2, 3. This wavy line stands for the equal sign. And then on this side, I need 21 squares. This takes a few minutes here. How many do I have so far? (21 squares), okay? So this is representing it using tiles. 6n plus 3 equals 21. So the first step is to get rid of the plus 21. What do I do to get rid of plus 21? Subtract. That's with these red tiles. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. Okay? So when I have a positive and negative together, these guys will all disappear. And then these guys will also disappear. Now, whoops, these guys didn't. There. So now we're left with 6n equals 18. Very good. So the next step using tiles is to group them. So there's one group. There's the second group. Third group. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. So one variable, x, will equal how many? 3. 3 in a group, okay? This variable equals 3. This variable equals 3. There we go. And then it says to verify the answer. I'm running out of space, so I'll verify over here. 6 times 3 plus 3, is that equal to 21? What's 6 times 3? 18 plus 3. Is that equal to 21? What's 18 plus 3? 21 equals 21. Everything was done correctly. Okay? Number 8. 3 less than 6 times a number is 21. So how do I write 6 times a number? 6n. 3 less. Very good. Minus 3 is 21. It says to use tiles to solve. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 3, so I have 3 red ones here. Equals, there's my equals sign. How many do I have on this side? Oops. Okay, there's my 21. First step is to get rid of these guys. How do I get rid of them? Add 3 yellows. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other side. What happens to these guys right here? They all disappear because they cancel out. Now they're all gone. These guys I can't cancel any, so the next thing is to group them. So I would go through and I would put them into groups of 4 this time, right? Because we added those 3 instead of subtracting those 3. So 1x will be equal to, or n I guess. How many here? 1n will be equal to 4. Verify the solution. 6 times 4 minus 3, is that equal to 21? What's 6 times 4? 24 minus 3, is that equal to 21? What's 24 minus 3? 21 equals 21. Correct again. Okay, we're almost done. Number 10, you need your textbook for. So if you're looking at this model in the textbook, it says Curtis is practicing modeling equations. He is trying to model the equation 4x minus 2 equals 18. Curtis begins by using algebra tiles. Check Curtis's work. Is the work correct? Yes or no? Page 325. Page 325. Is his work correct? No, it isn't. What is wrong with it? Good. He's got the 4x correct on there, but he put down plus 2 instead of minus 2. Okay? So that's where he made his mistake. So if your answer to part A is yes, use the tiles to solve the equation. If your answer is no, describe the area. Well, the error, sorry. It should have been 2 negative tiles. And then use algebra tiles to solve the equation. So you'd end up adding 2 more there, grouping them into groups of 4, and you'd find out that x is equal to 5. Okay? So number 10, your answer should have been equal to 5. Says to use models here. So I have negative 2x on this side. I have negative 6 on this side. I'm going to divide by negative 2. Whatever I do to one side, do to the other. X is now equal to negative 3. Here is my scale. Negative 15, 3x. Divide by both sides by 3. These guys cancel out. X is equal to. Very good. There's my scale. Negative 24. Negative 4x. Divide both sides by negative 4. X is now equal to. Very good. And the last one. Negative 27. 9x. Divide both sides by 9. X is now equal to. Excellent.